Thomas B. Kisling, hanged August the 10th, 1934. At 6 a.m. on the morning of Friday, August the 10th, 1934, Thomas B. Kisling, a 45-year-old farmer from Bruno, Saskatchewan, was hanged at the Prince Albert Jail for the murder of 28-year-old Oskar Schwab at an isolated cabin near Nipawin on June the 10th, 1933. Kisling was pronounced dead 4 minutes after the gallows trap was sprung. Schwab, a German, spent the winter months trapping some 30 miles north of Nipawin, living in a small cabin. In November 1932, he appeared with a partner, Thomas Kisling. At first, the men appeared to be on good terms, but as time went by, they began complaining about each other to a local storekeeper, Albert Yeager, who put it down to the friction caused by two men living in close quarters. Yeager's suspicions were aroused when Schwab failed to appear in the spring, either to settle accounts or to say goodbye. Kisling alone paid their bill, claiming Schwab had already left by canoe for Flin Flon, Manitoba, and he was sure something was wrong when the German failed to return in the fall. Yeager went to the RCMP, who examined the cabin, finding bloodstains and a bullet embedded in the cabin wall, a bullet which showed traces of human blood and hair. Kisling was arrested on February the 16th, 1934, and initially charged with forgery. He had tried to cash 2 checks, which were supposedly from Schwab, but alas, he misspelled Schwab's first name as Oskar. Schwab spelled it Oskar. Told he would be charged with murder, Kisling eventually made a statement in which he claimed that on the night of June the 9th, 1933, in a quarrel over money, Schwab had threatened him with a .22 rifle. The farmer claimed that he had fled the cabin and after spending the night in the woods, returned early in the morning and shot Schwab in the head as he slept. Schwab's naked, decomposed body was found buried 2 feet behind the cabin. Tried at Melfort, Saskatchewan, the jury heard evidence of the German's hair trigger, no pun intended, hair-triggered temper, as he had apparently threatened a previous trapping partner with a rifle. Kisling tried to claim he had only meant to strike Schwab with the gun, but it had gone off by accident. The jury didn't believe him, and on May 11th, after 3 hours' deliberation, found him guilty, causing Kisling to faint. There was no recommendation for mercy. Kisling was married and the father of 6 children. He went to his death calmly and apparently had no last words. Kisling was the last man to be hanged at Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Kisling is buried in an unmarked grave in Prince Albert's South Hill Cemetery, the exact location marked by a yellow ribbon. I was shown the spot by some friendly and helpful staff who didn't think it was weird that I was looking for the graves of condemned murderers. The primary source for today's video was Melanie Cole's online article, A Deadly Quarrel, Murder Near Nipawin. A link to this article and all other sources are listed in the description. The images you see on screen show Kisling's final resting place, as well as the strapping bench, ouch, at the nearby Police and Corrections Museum. I hope you will consider subscribing to The Gallows, where we explore Canadian murder cases which ended on the scaffold. And remember, if you're born to hang, you'll never be shot.
It's not a big channel.
Is it called Gallows?
Yeah.